Mic check, mic check. Check, 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 check. Am I live? Am I live? What up, what up, what up? I'm live, I'm live. I see you, Russell. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? What's going on? It's your girl, Jay. It is Tuesday night. We are live in the building. Woo, it's a spicy day. It's a spicy day. It was a crazy week, and we're starting the week off super, super spicy. But anyway, welcome to the platform. Welcome to my channel. Those of you that are going to be watching live, welcome to the show. Those of you that are going to be watching later, what's up? I hope you like what you see. Man, I just got. It's a lot going on. Let me. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. It's a lot of emotions going on. We got games going on. We got the commissioner being obtuse. We got people injured. We got people out for the season. It's a lot. It's a lot right now. There is that I can see. Oh, there's 2 games on right now. There's Minnesota versus Atlanta, and I have that game on right now. Right now, Minnesota is up 35-34. And then New York is playing Dallas, and they are up on Dallas 17-9. And then later on tonight, we'll have the Connecticut Sun versus the Los Angeles Sparks. Now, the Minnesota Lynx Atlanta Dream game is important to me as a Sky fan because Atlanta Dream and, oddly enough, Washington, why was I about to say Wizards? Jeez. Washington Mystics are still on our backs. Anything can happen. Washington is 2 games behind us, meaning that's equal to 4 wins. They would need 4 wins to catch up to where we are, but it could be any combination of them winning and us losing, whatever. But they have tonight, I believe everyone should be at 5 games or less. So it's still mathematically possible for them to get the 8th seed. Atlanta is 1 game from 8th, meaning 2 wins or a win and a loss or 2 losses for us. They're in there. So it's a whole thing. Like it's too tight right now. So I need Minnesota to go ahead and win so we can further that gap. Because as you know, if you don't know, Chicago's been going through it, but we're going to get into all of that. So I'm just setting up everything. Peter said, "Hey, Peter, Nafisa Collier is my league MVP." Really? Okay. Fee's been balling. My MVP belongs to, you can't see. Do I have it covered? Yeah, you can't see the logo's back there. It's an Aces logo back there. My MVP goes to the best player in the world, Ajawilson. It just is. I like Fee. I love Fee. I met Fee. She's a very nice person. Her and Asia are really cool. They're friends. They used to have a podcast together called the T with A and Fee. But my MVP goes to Asia. SC Bread, what's up? He says, how many games Sky can clinch? I calculated we needed to win 4. So right now we won 2. So we would need to win 2 more to clinch it. So even if we were to lose, we have 5 more games. We need to win 2 out of those 5. I think that would clinch it for us. And it just all depends on Atlanta as well, because they're so close. They're only a game behind us. But I think I calculated if everything stayed the same, if we were winning and they were winning, we win 4 games, they don't have a way to overtake us. If we lose and they lose, again, they don't have enough games left to overtake us. It just gets tricky if we lose and they win. It's, It's still too close. It's still too close to call, but I say 4. I say if we were to win 4 straight or 3 straight and then another one, like say 3 straight, lose the next game and then win that next game, I think it's still enough for us to clinch it. But we'll see. We'll see. Wody Mack is in the house. What up? Hey, J Spot. What's going on? Peter said best player is not the same as MVP. The Aces regressed. The Lynx took a big jump. Best player is is MVP. What do you mean? She is the most valuable player. She is doing things in the league that no one has done before. And basketball is a team sport. So no one person is going to win a game by themselves. As you can see, she's putting up 40 point games sometimes. And, if her teammates aren't on the same page or aren't, kind of contributing to that, because you can't win with 42 points. You can't win a game with 42 points. You got to have more points on the board. So it's a team effort. But make no mistake, Ajawilson is the most valuable player, the best player, the player that's doing things that no one's in the W's ever done before. Not at that high level, not that much, not that consistent, not that long. She's been doing this since game 1. I think she's had 2 or 3 maybe bad games. But I mean, it's Asia's time. It's Asia's time. Not taking anything away from Fee, but it's Asia's time. What up, DJ? Highest single season PER. Let them know, DJ. But best player MVP they are different. In my head, they're not. But I understand. I'm not a voter. I'm not any of that. She's still MVP. I don't care. I don't care. Because best player sometimes is objective. There's so many different metrics that go into if they're a good or best player in this. They do this, they do this. They can score, they can rebound, they have assists, they can block, they have the best PIE, they have the best PER. Like, I think a lot of that is kind of, a lot of stuff can be what can I say? Canceled out depending on who is up against who or whatever. But I mean, the voters vote, but nobody's touching Asia. So sorry. It's just not happening. Shaq was the best player in the game, but Steve Nash was the most valuable player to his team. Not the same. Well, that's your opinion, and that's fine. I mean, she's still MVP. I don't know what else to tell you. Wody Mack says no one person will win a game by themselves unless you 2007 Cavs LeBron James in the finals against the Spurs. Maybe. But how consistent is that? Is that like, that was a finals? So that was what, 5 games? 5 out of 7? How consistent is that? Is that throughout the season? Is that like finals? I mean, we ain't even seen Asia turn up during the finals, but the finals don't matter when it comes to regular season MVP. Now, finals MVP, that's another thing. But let's get into it, y'all, because we got a lot to cover. I can't be on here long. I got to go to bed early because I got work in the morning. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with we're going to go ahead and start with the recap for last week on the games that happened. So as always, the season this year started on a Tuesday. It just so happens it coincides with my show. So I always do my weeks from Tuesday to the next Monday. So we're starting with Tuesday. I'll bring it up. Boom. I hope y'all can see that. I'll come down here so we can see. So Tuesday, September 3rd, we had Seattle Storm take on the Connecticut Sun. Seattle won that game 71-64. Washington Mystics. Excuse me, y'all. I'm drinking and it's got me a little indigestion. Washington Mystics went up against the Dallas Wings. Washington won 90-86. Chicago Sky went against my Vegas Aces. My Skaces, both of those are my teams. Aces won 90-71. As I kind of figured they would. I mean, the last time Chicago played the Aces, Camilla had 5 blocks on your girl. And Asia doesn't forget. Now, we also know that Asia got that last shot that kind of ruined my skies. Like we thought we were going to win that game. We stayed close, but yeah, that last minute shot. I mean, it was like 1 second left. She got us, but Asia doesn't forget. So this game, she was a little bit like she kind of gave the Rooks a little run for their money. And the team did well. So Aces won 90-71. Atlanta played Phoenix Mercury. And they won. Phoenix won 74-66. Then on Wednesday, it was just one game. Los Angeles Sparks went against the Indiana Fever. Fever won 93-86. Thursday, Seattle Storm took on New York Liberty, and they won. New York won 77-70. Washington Mystics took on the Phoenix Mercury, and then they won 90-77. So, I mean, what was that? Washington won 2 games in a row, and that's kind of what like catapulted them to like be pretty much right under Chicago, because Chicago was losing some games. So Washington has kind of been those 2 games really helped them in their playoff run. On Friday, we had the Dallas Wings go up against Atlanta Dream. Atlanta won 107-96. Vegas took on Connecticut Sun. That was a really good game. Vegas won 72-67. Marina Mabry, like, she left us in Chicago, but she's been she's kind of up and down, but I mean, she's been that spark off the bench hitting those shots. I mean, she's kind of been showing out a little bit. And definitely on this game, she was doing pretty well. Her shots weren't falling at the end, but I mean, she's been balling. I think she's trying to show people that, she's that girl. Next game was Minnesota against Indiana, and Minnesota won that game 99-88. And did I say the score? Vegas won against Connecticut 72-67. Then Chicago Sky played against Los Angeles Sparks. That was the game where things went south. Chicago Sky did win 92-78. For Chicago, that they made a turn for the better because the team won and we had been losing. But that's also the game where Angel fractured her wrist. We'll get into that a little bit later. So that's a happy and sad day. On Saturday, Phoenix Mercury took on Seattle Storm. Seattle won 90-66. Damn, what's going on with Phoenix? Phoenix has lost its last 3. Yeah, Phoenix has lost its last 3 so far that I can see. I don't know if they played. I'm going to keep going, but dang, they're not doing well right now. Sunday, Minnesota went up against the Mystics. Minnesota won. We needed that as Chicagoans. Well, Chicago Sky fans, we needed that. So Minnesota won 78-71. That was still a close game. I mean, Washington's not playing. Atlanta took on Indiana. I needed Indiana to win, although I'm not a fan of Indiana. I don't ever want to really cheer for Indiana, but I needed them to win. I needed them to beat Atlanta, and they did. They won in overtime, 104-100. The Aces took on New York without Wilson, and we'll get into that as well. They did beat my Aces 75-71. Another close game, something that was super winnable for us. We missed 2 clutch shots, actually 3 clutch shots down the stretch when we could have took the lead and had a lead and kept it. But I also think some fouls happened that didn't get called. I mean, Jackie got clamored in the going to the basket, and they didn't call that at all. Dallas played Chicago, and we beat them 92-77. That was the first game without Angel. And we knocked Dallas out of the playoff contention. When we won against LA, we knocked LA out of playoff contention. And then finally, the Connecticut Sun went up against Los Angeles Sparks 79-71. Connecticut won 79-67. And then as you can see right now, before I go to my, turn this off, Minnesota is up against Atlanta Dream 41-38. So I need Atlanta to lose. Although I like Atlanta, I need them to lose. And then New York right now is up 36-22 on the Dallas Wings, and that really doesn't have any effect on any of the playoff moves and stuff. So that's that. All right, let's see what y'all saying. Collier is my MVP. Asia is the best player. Just J Spot, you got to let this one go. BT, I ain't got to let anything go, but I'm happy y'all have y'all MVP. I just don't agree. So great on y'all for wanting or saying that Collier is the MVP, because I think she's great. I think she's playing great. I don't think she's playing better than Asia, but it is that we just have a difference. We just have a difference of opinion. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad at y'all. Peter says 6'7" Camilla, the best player on the sky, can finally showcase her talent. Okay, we're gonna see what Milla got. I'm all for Milla. Milla and Angel are the reason I am Sky fans. I was fans of theirs in college. I love when both of them battled each other. That was my favorite part of watching LSU and South Carolina go up against each other. I simply loved the matchup. And when I found out they were going to be teammates, I was so excited, so happy. And they've been doing a great job together. So, they haven't played a full season together. Camilla was out the first 6 games of the season. Angel's out the last 6 games of the season. So they played, barely 30 games, 28 to be exact, or will be 28. So, they have some time there in Chicago together. They're there for at least 3 years. Well, after this year, at least 2 years. And then if they decide to sign an extension or, stay on with the Sky, they will be together a little bit longer. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm always excited to see Camilla play. SC Brett says Asia Wilson is going to miss how many games. They waste a draft pick on Kate Martin. They should have kept Angel Jackson, or are you saying they should have drafted Angel Jackson? Because New York drafted Angel Jackson and then they cut her. No, did they draft her? They did draft Angel Jackson. I'm thinking about somebody else at New York. They let Angel Jackson go. New York picked her up and then they cut her. That's what happened. But yeah. They also picked up Elizabeth Kitley too. I don't know if you remember that. They put her on immediately the injured list, and she was going to rehab and get her leg back. I think she tore her ACL. So she should make it through training camp and be on the team. So okay. I don't really have anything against. I like Kate. BT says, what if the Indiana Fever win their last 6 games, beat the Aces twice, and CC averaged 28, 10, 6? That's a strong case for league MVP. J Spot gonna lose her mind. I won't lose my mind, but that's not gonna happen. I mean, Asia has done enough in the entire year or the season. She doesn't have to play another game, and nobody's gonna come close to what she's doing. So it's great that she would do that in her last 6 games, but that doesn't make you the MVP in my eyes. So I won't lose my mind. I probably will lose my mind if W does something stupid like that. That just doesn't make sense to me. DJ Bosco, what's up? My nose is itching, y'all. Sorry. DJ says Asia will be back tomorrow. Her MVP is shaky if Aces lose. No, it's not. it's not shaky if they lose. Who got MVP last year? Brianna Stewart, and I think they lost their last 2 games or somewhere 2 games in between, because they were fighting for first and second, the Vegas Aces and New York. And Aces ended up, they won all their games at the end. They didn't lose any games, and New York lost, I want to say, I know once for sure, but once or twice. So I mean, Stewie still got it. So I don't think honestly, I don't think they're looking at what's happening the last 5 to 4 games of the season when you've been performing at that high level through most of the season. That just doesn't make sense to me. SC Bread says Mercury has 3 Olympic players. It can only manage a sub 500 record. This goes to show how weak the WNBA is. I mean, are you on here to drag the WNBA or what? Like you've said that before. Like I don't I don't know what you want me to say. Eagle Brother says, Happy Tuesday, listening while in the car. Your content gets me through after work traffic. Thank you, Eagles Brother. I appreciate you. Always listening, always watching. I do appreciate you. J Spot finally confessed she's gonna lose her mind. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all want me to do. I would lose my mind. I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't understand that. I couldn't comprehend that. Luckily, that's not going to happen, so I don't have to worry about that. Jamie says Asia's the MVP. Stop this nonsense. Thank you, Jamie. Talk some sense into these people. Everybody got doubts. This girl got to jump through hoops, do backflips, save babies, put fires out. Pray twice on Tuesday to get anybody's respect, to know that she is the best player and the MVP of this league. And somebody can do something in 6 games and they think that's just going to erase what she's been like. Y'all gotta cut that out. Anna says Asia is the MVP. People got tired of arguing about Rookie of the Year, and now they want to argue about MVP for no reason. Yeah, I guess people just want to argue. Peter says, I'm with you, J Spot, low key worried. Let me tell you something. Look into the camera. Look at my eyes. I am not worried. There's no reason for me to be worried. Nothing's going to change Asia from being the MVP. So you might be worried because y'all keep bringing it up. But I mean, y'all's wishes, you can wish all you want, but it's not going to happen. I'm over here definitely not worried. Daniel, what is up? What is up? Thanks for coming through. All right, y'all, let's get into this. All right, so what's been popping around the dub today? Well, let me tell you something. It's been a situation that has come up with the commissioner. So commissioner was on some money show on C-SPAN or some one of the NBC networks, talking about money and the W and all that other stuff. And the question was brought up about the whole discourse between Angel Reese and Cece, not them personally, but just like the discourse that's going on online and with the fans and basically the blatant racism that is going on with these players. It's not just Angel. Dejanay has gotten it. Diamond DeShields has gotten it. Kennedy Carter. Anybody who has come in contact with Cece, because I guess she's porcelain and everybody thinks she's going to break because a foul happens or whatever. So her fans or fans that use her name, because I can't really say that they're fans of hers, but they use her name. But people that use the Indiana name and Cece's name to spew hate and be racist, also be threatening, also be disrespectful. It's a lot of stuff that I see in the comments. Those fans, the guy or whoever the host was just asking about, like, kind of like the discourse of what's going on. And Kathy pretty much said, we making money. I'm not worried about it. It's pretty much what she said. Now I have the clip. I'm not going to play the video because I don't want to get a copyright. And I might even get one if I play the audio, but I figure it's less likely I'll get a copyright if I play the audio versus playing the video. But I have a little picture here. CNBC is where it was. So I'll put the picture up. That's the commissioner, Kathy. How do you say her last name? Eaglebert, I believe. And I'll play the audio. So those of you that didn't hear it or see it, I'm going to play it. Oh, hold on. I just saw something that I want to save. All right. Bear with me because I didn't connect to my little thing here. All right, so we're going to play the audio.
Which raises some sensitivities of rivalries between players. In the case of Angel Reese, who's just had to shut it down because of a wrist injury, Caitlin Clark, who's continuing to play. Rivalry that goes back to their college days, presumably, where I guess some trash talking entered in. But now it seems on some social media channels to have taken a darker turn, a more menacing turn, where race has been introduced into the conversation, where sexuality is sometimes introduced into the conversation. How do you try and stay ahead of that? Try and tamp it down, or act as a league when two of your most visible players are involved, not personally, it would seem, but their fan bases are involved in saying some very uncharitable things about the other.
Well, the one thing that's great about the league right now, we do sit at this intersection of culture and sport and fashion and music. Like the WNBA players are really looked at now as kind of cultural icons.
True.
And when you have that, you have a lot of attention on you. There's no more apathy. Everybody cares. It is a little that Bird Magic moment, if you recall, from 1979 when those two rookies came in from a big college rivalry, one white, one black. And so we have that moment with these two. But the one thing I know about sports, you need rivalry. That's what makes people watch. They want to watch games of consequence between rivals. They don't want everybody being nice to one another. So the social media is different today than it was in 1979 when it didn't exist. But, I always tell the players, I was told a long time ago, if someone's typing something in and you wouldn't ask their advice, ignore it. So it's a balance, but certainly from a marketing dollars, but corporate partners are stepping up to endorse these players. Much more so than they were 5 years ago, because they see the benefit of having women and diverse women representing their brand.
All right, so y'all heard what she said. And, I pretty much feel like, oh, Kathy, I just, that's not the answer you want to hear from a person that's supposed to represent you as a player. People don't like to talk about race. I understand it gets a little dicey. People don't want to see the truth or want to hear the truth. They want to sweep everything under the rug because it hurts. It's not a fun conversation to have, and things can kind of get out of whack. But for someone, I feel, that is the commissioner of a league that is predominantly Black and brown, and for any player, no matter what their color is or what their sexuality is or whatever it is, you should want the best for your players. You should want the well-being of your players should be in the forefront of what you're doing, especially a league like this. And if you have players that are being subjected to racism and sexism, misogyny, homophobia, whatever that looks like, you should at least acknowledge it. And I'm not saying you lay out a plan for what you're doing or whatever, but at least stand up to it and say, this is not what we want. That question, that answer I feel like she gave was more so, what do you think about the popularity of your league? What's exciting about what's going on between the excitement that has come from these college players coming into the league this particular season. Then you can talk about, we got, marketing and corporate, investors, and, we got a rivalry and blah, 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 blah. But he didn't ask about that. He asked about what is the W going to do, if anything, about a lot of this harsh racial situations that are happening. Because we got to understand, it's easy to say turn off your phones or don't read what people put online, but some people aren't all there. And there's been several occasions where people see things online and then they go and they're acting it out in real life, and they're going to harm someone, they're going to hurt someone because of what they thought someone was going to do. Like, people aren't all there. So that is a real risk. We already know from certain players that people have followed them, people have shown up where they live, people harass them. No one should be subjected to that for a game of, basketball. And I understand it happens. People are going to say some things, but when it comes to death threats and things like that, like, you should at least acknowledge it and say, that's not what we stand for. We want our players to get and have heavy competition. Everybody's not going to like each other. It's probably going to be some fights. It's probably going to be some tussles. We like that. We like the trash talk. We like this and that, but we don't have a place for anyone to feel threatened or not safe because they play a game of basketball. That's not that hard to say. And that shouldn't turn off anybody. That shouldn't turn off any corporate people. That shouldn't turn off anybody but the racists who are upset, who would be upset about her saying something like that. And that's even lightweight. I just feel like she didn't handle it. She didn't handle it well. People are getting the amount of stuff that people say. And it's easy for them to say because they're behind a screen. You're never going to really know who they are. They don't really investigate things that happen online. You have to literally be ready or be in the act of harming someone in real life for them to do anything. I know this because I spoke to the FBI myself about a situation that happened with some people that I knew, that I was afraid for their lives because it was a lot of weird things happening and being shown online with their names and their pictures. And it was like all kind of stuff. They had a whole website with a lot of information about them. It was really, really weird. I was worried. I'm like, hey, can we report this page? Can we report this person? Can you do something? They was like, well, unfortunately, no, like, we can't do anything until they, try to do something. So people I know got to get murdered because, or, just so you can try to catch somebody. So I understand you can't really do anything about that, but solidarity and standing with your players means a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a manager in what I do. And if I have some threatening things happening to my employees, if I just get up there and say, oh, y'all don't worry about it, it's okay. We're making money though. Let's make that money. Come on, get out there and make that money for me. I appreciate it. Like, how do you think that's going to make them feel as somebody that's supposed to be their leader, someone that's supposed to be a representation of who they are? It's not that hard for me to say, I hear you. I see it. I understand. I don't stand for that. I don't play about that. I don't play about y'all. Let's see what we can do to try to curve it. That's what I think. That's what a good leader would do. And if you lose out on some corporate people because of that, then guess what? You lose out on some. I mean, money, all money ain't good money. But I mean, I see where this particular commissioner, where her mind is. And maybe bosses above her. Maybe, some of these people have their hands tied with who they're, I don't want to say in bed with, like that, but, who they're associated with. And, maybe she didn't want to say that, but that's what she said. And this is what the WNBA Players Association said in response to that, right there. They said, and I got to blow this up because I have my glasses, but I'm not going to put them on. All right. It says, here is the answer the commissioner should have provided to the very clear question regarding the racism, misogyny, and harassment experienced by players. There is absolutely no place in sport or in life for the vile hate, racist language, homophobic comments, and misogynistic attacks our players are facing on social media. This is not about rivalries. That's the end of the statement. And then they said, this is not about rivalries or iconic personalities fueling a business model. This kind of toxic fandom should never be tolerated or left unchecked. It demands immediate action and frankly should have been addressed a long time ago. And I wholeheartedly agree with them. So, Onyx, what do you want, man? Did y'all just hear my dog? He's not pleased either. So let me go to the comments. and see what y'all said. Anna says, and I don't know if it's Anna or Anna, but Anna says, racism, sexism, homophobia I have seen YouTubers saying the reason the players hate Caitlin is because she's straight. That's some dumb stuff. Facts. HD, what is up? Hey, my beautiful J Spot. Salute, beautiful. Thank you. HD. Eagle Brother said the people who keep wanting to bring up the Magic and Bird part way romanticize that whole situation way too much. Right. We're talking about 1979, y'all. That was not like, it wasn't peaches and cream during that time. Like 1965 is when the Civil Rights Act first came into play. So we're still not that far removed from it, but they definitely weren't that far removed from it. And people did not like that. They didn't have social media, but they had real people out there hating that and protesting that and calling Magic some crazy, crazy, crazy stuff out loud to his face. And I saw a clip today that Larry Bird, he enjoyed the rivalry between them, but it was never about race. It wasn't a racial thing with him. And so he made it a point to publicly invite Magic over to his house and have lunch with him and be seen with him. And I mean, if you guys watch, like, throughout their years, like, they became really, really good friends. And even when they retired, they were at each other's retirement, like their jersey, hanging their jerseys and stuff like that. Like, Larry Bird had to go out of the way to say, y'all, leave this man alone. Like, we can play basketball, we can be rivals, but it's not okay to be racist towards him. He had to do that back then. Now we got millions of people who are invisible, who are hiding behind a TV, a computer screen or a phone screen, that are yelling out these obscenities and harassing these women on a daily basis. There is somebody who went onto Diamond's Instagram page and said that they wish she had died when she had that tumor on her spine. Like, what is the point in that? Like, that has nothing to do with basketball. That's just you wanting to be hateful, and because you won't get found out. The players don't deserve that every time they play a game against a certain player. That doesn't make sense. You cannot like a player, but to be racist, I've seen people called all kind of stuff. Is unnecessary. And yes, as a commissioner, you should definitely recognize that, see that, and say, I get it, I understand it. I'm willing to figure out what we need to do to see if there's anything we can do. But above anything, if there's nothing I can do about it, I want you to understand that I stand behind my players and we don't tolerate that. Simple. Anna says it was a non-answer. She tried to paint the positive of attention without saying something like, we do not stand for sexism, racism, homophobia, etc. Right. Moniki. I hope I'm saying that right. But we have to stop using black and brown. Angel wouldn't be harassed if she was Latino. A lot of stuff is anti-black. No, I mean, you're right. It's because she's black, but I'm saying the league is black and brown, meaning there's not just totally black people there. There are a lot of people who are Asian. There's a lot of people who are Hispanic. There's a lot of people who are non-white in that league. So I put that all together as black and brown. I'm not specifically talking about Angel's situation. Eagle Brother says, I had to leave Facebook and WNBA groups because this crap has gone way too far. No longer are you having healthy basketball related debates. It's turned to something way more ugly, and it has to be handled right. Because like I said, people aren't right. It's been people out here that haven't been right. And what I mean by right, like they don't think, they don't have the mental capacity to know what's real and what's not. And some people go and act out on that. That's why you have stalkers. That's why you have people that kill and stuff like that. That's why you have people that hurt. That's why you have people that kidnap. Like, these people aren't all there. And if you're allowing this stuff to happen and continue to fuel, you're not putting any stop to it, or at least trying to make an effort to. Like, we got to protect these players. Like, if you don't have any players to play, guess what? You don't have a league. So something has to give. Look who it is, Gigi. What's going on? I haven't been harassed too much today, or not harassed, trolled too much today. So I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you here. Anna says it sounds the same to me. Say it any way you want. What you mean? The black and brown stuff? Ghost says, yes, Bird respected Magic. Isaiah Thomas, however, didn't show up. Didn't show up for Magic when it mattered. Anna says Magic was Bird's mom's favorite player. Ghost says there was some bitter-hearted souls out there, y'all. Yeah, they're not. It's some people that I'm telling y'all, I saw it firsthand. Like if y'all see these stories about how these stars are murdered or just random people get taken and stuff happens to them. Like I saw this stuff playing out in real life, and I was fearing for the people that I knew. Like this is weird. Like we had evidence stacked up. Like this post. There's this website. This man made a CD singing about random women that he's seen online, and he has their information. Like it was very creepy, but they can't do anything about it. But what I'm saying is, if they don't try to put some kind of safeguards in place, who knows what that guy would have done. Luckily, my people had, security, and they were able to be taken care of. It wasn't, anything. They were protected. But I'm saying that to say people out here don't have the best intentions for people. And although we know the difference between basketball and reality and stuff, and we know it's just a game. And yeah, I can argue with y'all and say Asia is a better player as MVP over Fee. I don't want anything to happen to Fee. I don't hate Fee. I'm not going to go on her page and say you suck. I'm not going to go on her page and be disrespectful because I think Asia is the MVP and I don't think she is. Like, that's when it goes too far. Like, we can have a healthy debate. We don't have to agree. And most of us know that, and that's how we act, and that's it. But not a lot of these. There's a lot of people out here that don't know the difference and will show up and try to harm you because you fouled their favorite player or you said something or they just don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So I think some protection should be there. Ghost said Magic had that $1 million grin. Hard not to love him. Jealous one's envy. She can't do anything about that anyway. She can't, but she can stand with her team. She can stand with her players. YouTube can do more. Ghost says, I'm going to go light on you today, Bug. After the bad news with AR wrist injury, it didn't feel right teasing you like I do. Hope Ken and Miller can get y'all to the 8th spot. Ghost, look at you being nice to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know how long that's going to last, but I appreciate you, Gigi. HD says, that's a lie. Isaiah was there for Magic. Who do you think got Magic back in the league? Just saying, check your facts before you go. After the great Isaiah Thomas. These people aren't real basketball fans. They're just racist buzzards who want to cause division and hate because their life is boring. Jealous one says, a lot of people have mental problems. They just crazy. Yeah, they are. Ghost says Thomas was notoriously homophobic, bro. All right, so we've gotten through that. That can be a hot button topic. I'm interested to see what happens if Kathy releases a statement. I'm just for, if you're a leader of the people, you got to stand with your people. If you're not standing with your people, then you may not be the person that needs to be standing for the people. I don't know if any of you have seen The Power of the Dream, which is a documentary about the Atlanta Dream and the 2020 election. It had to be the 2020 election. It's a whole thing about like how the players took a stand. It's really good if you watch it. Just watch the whole thing. It talks a lot about players you may know of, players you may not know of, and just like some of the things they were going through, like dealing with the pandemic and getting a new CBA signed, and it was like a whole thing. And then they also talked about how they kind of changed the game where it came to like WNBA players being more than just players. Let's see. Zah says, "Hey, J Bug, just got back from Bible study. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it." HD says, "Back to the Kathy. Back to this. Kathy should have had a better team prepping her for this." Yes. Zah says, "ATL need that 8 spot more." I don't know if I say they need it more. I mean, whoever's going to get it is going to get it. Unless you're saying you feel like ATL would probably go further than if Chicago got it. I mean, because New York is the seed is the team that's gonna go up against the eighth seed. So I don't really know how that would play out. I don't see Atlanta beating New York in a series. I don't see Chicago beating New York in a series, but Chicago has beaten New York before, and they're really good at defending them. They've just had the issues of kind of breaking down near the end where they can't capitalize on the games, but hopefully we're starting to see a little turnaround of that. I'm a fan of Alicia Gray, but I got a back bug Sky for now. All right, 1 second, y'all. My dog has got to go out. I don't know if y'all hear him crying. He is going ham in the background. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Don't leave. Talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. They wait until I get started recording before they have to do anything. I literally just let him out. BBG says, hey, Washington is a must win tomorrow. Wouldn't mind a Lynx win tonight, too. Yeah, Lynx need to win tonight. Right now, they're winning. Well, my TV is a little slow, but they're winning 65-54. And then Chicago plays Washington tomorrow. I don't know if that's a must. It depends on what happens tonight. But yeah, we haven't not. I mean, like I said earlier, Atlanta is right on our heels. We are a game apart. If they win and say we lost, then we're tied again. So it just depends on who wins what, and then we play Atlanta next week. So I think that's going to be the determining factor of who's going to get that 8th spot between Atlanta and Chicago. Washington is 2 games behind, so they're almost out of it. They might run out of time to mathematically get into the 8th spot. Ghost says, does anybody know the estimated time off court for Angel? I know she's done for the season, but she should be good for Unrivaled. Yes, Angel says she had surgery today. I haven't heard, they haven't released a statement or anything saying like how it went, but she had surgery today. She says she's going to be in a hard cast for 4 weeks and then a soft cast for 2 weeks. So a total of 6 weeks she'll be in a cast and then she's good to go. So she says while she's in a cast, she's still going to work on her nutrition. She's still going to be working, doing the things she can do without using her left hand, but she's still going to be lifting. She's still going to be shooting. She's still going to be working out. And then, after her cast comes off, she'll be in physical therapy. So she says she'll be good before Halloween. So if she's good by mid-October, If she's good by Halloween and then she starts her therapy, her physical therapy, Unrivaled doesn't start until mid-January. So she has time. She has time. It is going to be a tight turnaround, but she has time. HD says, I'm not going to read the Isaiah stuff while y'all talking about that. Eagle Brother says, I hope NECA is the next league commissioner. That would be cool, huh? But then I heard people saying like stuff about NECA that they think she's on the same wave as the commissioner. I don't know. The person who wrote that statement, the actual executive director of the WNBA Players Association, her name is Terry Carmichael Jackson. Terry Carmichael Jackson. She actually was very prominent in that documentary, the one I just told y'all about on Prime, The Power of the Dream. I think she's been with the W a very long time. Or maybe she had just got there right before the pandemic as a new executive of the Player Association, but she was very active in that whole movement. HD says Angel will be back by the time Unrivaled comes. Yep. Jealous Ones. Lynx right now is playing Atlanta. Ghost says, let's see. She should be out with surgery for a month. She got to put a pin in that wrist. Is that what it is? Is that what's going to happen? She said she had a hairline fracture. So I guess what they're going to put a pin in it to make the bones come back together. I don't know nothing about that. 1 month. All right, cool. That's not so bad. Just ish timing for the sky. Yeah. We were just turning the corner and it's kind of sucky. I know she really wanted to go for the playoffs. So, I mean, we still may make it. So we'll see. We got to beat Washington, Mercury, and ATL. We might lose to the Lynx. Yeah, the Mercury seem to be sucking right now. Like I just showed y'all, they haven't been winning their games. But somebody said ever since they knew they were going to make it to the playoffs, they kind of like, they don't care anymore. Like they're just ready to go to the playoffs. They don't really care about winning or losing games, which I guess, but you always want to be ready. Jealous One says Sky is better matchup against the Liberty. Yeah, I mean, the Sky, like I said, has beaten New York once in season and then the one preseason game, which everyone says that really doesn't count. Preseason really doesn't count, but their starters were in the game. It wasn't like they were beating the girls or the women that were trying to make the team. Like their starters were in the game. So I just think they were shocked at the fact that Chicago at that time, for whatever reason, was hitting on all cylinders and they just weren't prepared for them to have that kind of game during a preseason. But then regular season started and Chicago beat them that next time. But since then, Chicago hasn't beaten New York. So, it just, I think New York has Chicago's number and Chicago has New York's number. And I personally think it'll be a good battle. Now, I still don't know or think that they would beat them in a series, but I honestly feel between Atlanta and Chicago that Chicago honestly could probably have a better outcome with New York than Atlanta. But everything's changing now. I mean, we can't keep players. It's crazy. Summer's here. Hey, Summer. Ghost says, I better get some more AR podcast episodes. Yeah, I mean, Angel recorded like 4 or 5 that I can see podcasts prior to her releasing them. Like she pre-recorded a lot of her episodes, which was smart on her part. She recorded them during her break or like right when the season started ramping back up. So she doesn't have to continuously record like new episodes every week and she can concentrate on basketball. Now that she's not playing, I don't know if she's going to go into the studio and, release some new ones, maybe giving us an update on what's going on with her while she's going through her healing and stuff, or they're just going to let those episodes play out and we'll catch up when we catch up. But she did that. I thought that was very smart of her to pre-record a lot of her episodes so that they can come out every week and she's not at the studio. She's actually working on basketball or, concentrating on the team. She's still getting her bag, playing basketball and getting her bag. Ghost says NECA as commission is a very good idea. I like that. BBG says NECA said on IG in response to being a commissioner that she needs a few more chips first before she looks into it. Okay. So what we're saying is that NECA ain't trying to retire no time soon either. So someone was asking about how long I thought NECA might be in the league, because I think she's been in, is it like 12 years? Something like that. How long I thought she might continue to play. She looks good out there. It doesn't look like she's slowing down. So for her to say she needs a couple more chips, that means she's going to be here for a while. Ghost says DT and Griner, hella pragmatic. They don't live and die on each possession. Yeah. I mean, especially DT. She's been in the game so long. It is what it is. BGG says, but we had Angel when we beat Liberty. Her defense was a big deal. Facts. That's why I said it's still a little touchy. I don't really know how that would play out. Mick did really well against New York. She's played really well against New York. She's had some of her highest numbers against them. Probably because she kind of knows their system, because she was a New York Liberty before. That's where she got her Rookie of the Year, I believe, from when she was on New York. HD says, yes, it's a pin that's going to connect the bone and heal it. That's what she said in her video, but I had wrist surgery. Mine was worse, but the hairline, you put a pin in. Okay, I didn't see the part about her talking about a pin. That girl got a rod in her leg and a pin in her wrist. Zah says, ATL losing to us tonight. No need to worry about that. I know you're happy about that. Ghost says, Lordy, that pin business sound painful. HD says, Diana Taurasi needs to come off the bench. She is in the way. No disrespect, Hall of Famer, but she needs to come off the bench. Zah says, ATL more capable of an inset than Shy without Angel, and I love me some Ken. We'll see, because they've been kind of playing spotty as well. I mean, I don't know. I just want my Chicago Sky to be in it. BBG says, I feel like Chicago is running high on emotions right now. It's been a year with so many ups and downs. A heart team with emotion. Teams won't want to see that in the playoffs, in my opinion. I can agree with that. Not really. You'll be asleep when they put the pin in. The only problem is the cast. You'll be itching in that spot for a while. Zah says, Quita said, DT and BG need to hang it up. I feel like this is DT's last year. Somebody had said something online, like the Phoenix had posted like, this is your last time to see DT play at home. And they kind of made it seem like, oh, what is this, like her farewell thing? Like maybe she didn't want to make it a big thing. She might announce it maybe before next season starts. But she's been in the league a while. So I don't see Phoenix winning any championships anytime soon. So, I mean, for the love of the game, yes, she probably wants to stay in, but you've done your thing. You've been in the league 21 years, like get some rest. And I don't know how long BG will be in, but BG's been here a long time as well. If DT on the bench, here's my starting five for Phoenix: Cloud, Ka, Griner, Taylor, and Billings. Do you think they're going to keep Billings like permanently? I know I think they signed her for end of year contract or rest of year contract. But you think they're going to keep her permanently? HD agrees with Ghost. HD agreed with Zah. DT will retire before she would have to come off the bench. Right. That seems like her pride is like, nah, I'm good. Y'all can have it. Kind of like what CP said, like, nah, I'm still going through this pain. I do not want to go through another training camp. Like, I've done enough for this game. I'm good. I'm all right. Y'all can have it. Ghost says, you tougher than me. I don't want no metal in my body. Yeah, DT is done, Jamie says. Bug, you see DT going into coaching or working for the league? I don't see her coaching. I mean, she could coach. she might do something in the league. I can definitely see her doing something with an organization dealing with the W or working for the W themselves. I can see that. Summer says the Sky need to pick up Mo off the Phoenix if Phoenix doesn't keep her postseason. Ghost says I like Billings, just an intuition. She doesn't chunk it and can set a screen. Okay. All right, let me get back into this. Next. So we were just talking about it. Angel Reese is out for the season. During that LA game, she was going for an and one against Yeru. She bounced off it. Yeru fell to the ground, caught herself with her, and broke her fall with her hands. And she kept playing. That happened in the third quarter. She kept playing through the fourth. Coach took her and Camilla out, and I think maybe Kennedy, I can't remember, because they were winning. They were up by so much. They took them out of the game with about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Angel said on her live or in her video, like she felt like something was wrong, but it was so much adrenaline. She didn't think it was what it was. And she just kept playing. It didn't feel that horrible where she couldn't play. Her last shot was a dagger 3, a dagger 3, before she was pulled out the game. Field goal percentage was lovely that game. She had a really good game, one of her better games. But she said it wasn't until she got home that like the pain set in and she realized, oh yeah, I did something to my wrist. So here's her statement. This is what caused me and Summer to crash out, because a crash out definitely happened. I saw this picture. I saw her post this picture, the one where she's in the Vote shirt. And I was like, I saw her say something about a 3. And I was like, oh, she's talking about taking her 3. That's pretty dope. Okay. And then I saw it was just longer and longer. And then I get a phone call from Summer. And I'm like, okay. She's not saying anything on the other end. And I'm like, okay. What's going on? Wait a minute. What's going on? And she was like, girl. And I was like, give me a minute. Let me figure things out first. So this was part of her statement. I don't know if this was all of it, but I just thought this graphic was cute. So I have it. She says, I never would have imagined the last bucket of my rookie season would be a 3, but maybe that was God saying, give them a taste of what they will be seeing more of in year 2. I'm filled with emotions right now that I have a season-ending injury, but also filled with so much gratitude for what is next. Although this is God's timing and not mine, I am finally able to give myself a physical and mental break. God gives his hardest battles to his toughest soldiers. So that was Angel and her statement. Like I said, I was shocked and appalled and just all kind of like confused and like trying to figure out what was going on, what happened. I saw her holding her wrist in the game. Well, first they said that she was going to be probable for the next game because of her wrist. So then I immediately go back to the game and I was like, I remember her holding her wrist while she was standing next to Rakia, but I don't remember where it happened. So I kept watching. And I finally had found the Yeru thing. And then I know in the fourth quarter, she fell 2 more times pretty hard. One, she caught herself with her right hand. But that last fall, when she tripped over Rakia's feet, when she was going for a rebound, battling against Dangerfield, she literally broke her fall with her full left hand. And so I think if it wasn't really torn up by when she fell with Yeru, that fall didn't help it. And so, I'll be honest, I was sad because, Angel's one of my favorite players. I've been watching her since college. And for her to come in the league and do the things that she's done, like she said, people didn't think she would come to the league and do anything. They thought she would be a big flop. And she's still not where she wants to be. She's still not where her potential is, but she was able to come through and break 8 WNBA records. Her name is up there with some of the greats in this league, whether people like her or not, whether people want to believe it or not. She has knocked off people like Sylvia Files, people like Candace Parker, people like Tina Charles, people like Lisa Leslie, people like Ajawilson and Stewie and JJ and Dewana Bonner, like people in her position. Like she has out rebounded, out hustled them in those categories like nobody else in the league has seen. So, and that's like she said, she's just right now playing off a pure hustle. Like she's just hustling. She hasn't even started, to get into her peak performance yet. Like we haven't even seen anything yet. So I was very proud of her. And I'll be honest, most of my crash out was being selfish because as a fan, I just wanted her to finish the season. I think I was more hurt at the fact that I wouldn't see her play and I wouldn't see her break those records that she still had left to break that she would get at the end of the season. I was more hurt by that than her actually being hurt. And I had to check myself and be like, girl, this is a real person. Like, this ain't no video game. Like, she's hurt. Relax. Let her get herself taken care of. She is 22 years old. She is a rookie. She has many more years in this league. And what she did this year, she can probably duplicate, if not do better in the years to come when she gets, when she comes back into this league. So, then I shifted from just being, I saw her at the game. When I saw her at the game, when they played against, what was the last team they played against? Was it Dallas? When they played against Dallas, and I saw her on the sideline jumping around and having a good time and supporting her teammates, that just made me feel better about the situation. Like she's going to be okay. She's going to get this surgery. She's going to recuperate. She's going to grind like she was going to grind anyway in this off season. She's going to come into Unrivaled. She's going to learn valuable lessons doing that. And she's going to come back into this league next season as a sophomore or a second-year player. And she's going to do things. So I'm very, very proud of her. I just wanted the best for her. Like people come down on her more than I think anybody, especially anybody in women's sports for sure. And I just wanted her to continue. I wanted her to get those records. So, it's another thing that she's proven people wrong. But I got to understand, people are going to hate Angel no matter what. Again, just like the same thing I said about Asia. Angel can deliver babies. Angel can save people from burning buildings. Angel can save the world. Angel can deliver organs. Like she can do anything and people will still hate her. So it doesn't even matter about those people. I just want Angel to play the best basketball she can play. I want her to get better. I want her to recuperate. I hope she had a successful surgery. I hope she's recovering well. And I cannot wait to see her come mid-January when she plays in Unrivaled, because I'm planning on trying to get to Miami to go see some games. And then hopefully they have it somewhere where we can stream it and we can watch it. But yeah, I definitely, I want to be there. I want to see her. I want to see her and what she's going to do in this next season. Let's see. Y'all been talking over here. Zaz says it's kind of off topic, but I don't understand why the W don't want to give Angel McCarthy a contract. I know she said she's been trying to get back into the league. I don't know if she's still doing it, but I know earlier she said she was like, I'm ready. Sign me up, coach. But nobody's done anything. Summer's laughing. I'm not sure why, because that was a minute ago. There's a lot of players in that position. I think Deasia Fair should get a contract. I think Deasia is going to play for Athletes Unlimited. I think I saw her comment on that. That's going to be dope. Athletes Unlimited is another league that's going to be exciting to watch, depending on who's playing there. I know some of the Athletes Unlimited players are now going to Unrivaled, so that's going to be interesting to see. Political says already J Spot finally catching the show. Hey, so happy to have you here. I appreciate you. Political says she really should have taped her wrist the minute it was bothering her to protect her wrist. I had a sprained wrist and it was miserable. Yeah, they didn't tape it until the very end of the game, but I don't think she said anything. I think she felt something wrong, but like she said, she had so much adrenaline and they didn't sit. They didn't sit that whole third quarter. They didn't sit until it was time to go into the fourth quarter, and then they played the whole fourth quarter until 3 minutes left. So I think everything was going on. she wasn't really feeling the pain. She probably didn't think it was as severe as it was. And, things just happen. She has proven herself to be an elite rebounder on both ends of the floor. Summer says even greater things are on the way. BBG says understandable. It felt like a gut punch. Many of us have been emotionally attached to her journey. Yeah. Sunshine. Hey, Sunshine. And Angel could sue those YouTube channels. People don't know you can't use people's images without permission. I would sue those channels that lie on me. Yeah, I don't know what the red tape or what the thing is, but I know you definitely can't. What is it called? You can't spread lies about people. That's not is defaming or whatever. I can't think of the word right now. Hey, who won the game? Did Atlanta win? I mean, did Minnesota win? Minnesota won. I see people hugging, so I wanted to know. Sorry, I didn't mean to take a hard left. Thank you, Minnesota. Thank you so much. Now we're a game and a half above Atlanta. But yeah, I everybody famously knows about Cardi B suing that YouTuber or that blogger Tasha K because of lies that she made about her, and she won her case. And I believe there was someone else on Twitter that had a lawsuit against somebody else on Twitter about some stuff they were posting about them, and I think they won that case as well. So I guess, it could happen. I don't know if Angel, she tries, I think, as much as she can to just ignore the stuff. But yeah, it would be a shock to some people if they got sued for spreading lies about folks. Political says, I finally had tickets to Sunday's game. I was dressed to kill, new shoes, pressed gear, just set up my Uber ride. When the news broke, I was like, hell no, ain't no way. Oh, but you went, right? You went to the game. You had a good time still. They won. They won that game. They played. Chicago played great. I haven't seen them play like that free and that it was kind of just like, look, we ain't got nothing to lose. Like, let's just go. Let's just play and see what happens. And the energy was there. People were pumped up. Angels cheering for them on the sideline. It felt like watching them play against New York during the preseason. How it was just a fun game to watch. Everybody was scoring. Everybody was playing together. I like that, and I hope they can continue doing that for the rest of the season. Ghost says, I hope nobody will bite my head off when I say this. Uh-oh. But Angel Reese may be the smartest woman in the league when it comes to business, shoes, podcasts, whatever. Respect that hustle. Now, who's going to bite your head off for saying that? You ain't going to get your head bitten off in here for saying that. This is a Angel Reese Stan account over here. We ride for Angel. My platform, maybe some people in the comments may not, but my platform, we do. In this house, we celebrate Angel. And you're right. She is very smart. She has a really good team behind her that I think she's had, she said, since her sophomore year in college. They've been working on things for her. They're making sure she keeps, several streams of income coming in. She has a financial advisor that, is helping her handle her money that, is her NIL money that she had coming in. Cause it's a lot when you don't have any money and then all of a sudden you have millions. So it can be a lot, especially on a young person. If it was me at 22, I had a pretty good job when I was 22. And let me tell you, I was buying the bar every time I could get a chance to. I was not doing the right thing with my money. I'm going on trips. I'm buying stuff every day. I'm going to the bar, buying out the bar, buying people drink. I'm just having a good time, just spending money for what? I could have saved that money. I could have been a millionaire at this point with all the money I spent and not saved up. So, for her to be 22 and to be as smart business wise, like you said, as she is, that's pretty dope. So hats off to her mom, her team, her being smart enough to have a team, her being smart enough to know she needs advisors around, and her being smart enough to keep her circle small, because those her team, I believe she said, her main agent is an independent agent. It's not from some big sports agency. So for her to have somebody like that started when she didn't have anything before NILs came along, now she's where she is now. It's like the money is staying within the circle. She's not paying some big corporation a budget of, a large percentage of her earnings and money that she's getting. She has this small circle of these group of women that she's been riding with since, like I said, she was a sophomore. And now they're all able to reap the benefits of all their hard work. So I think that's real smart, and I think that's dope. BBG says, I flew in from Texas to come to a game Sunday too. Oh man, I was so disappointed not to see the complete team. Yeah, I get it. I had bought tickets to, obviously I went to Chicago. I'm from Texas as well. I went to Chicago. Well, I live in Texas, not from Texas, but I went to Chicago June 27th for that Chicago versus Aces game. And at that time when I bought the tickets, I bought the tickets draft night. So I was assuming that everybody was going to be there. And then of course, Camilla gets hurt. So I was worried that I wouldn't get to see Camilla play, and especially not to get to see Camilla and Angel play together, because that was my whole point of getting those tickets draft night. So I was worried that she wouldn't be back in time, but yeah, she came back beginning of June. So I understand how that feels, like you're expecting or you really want to see your favorite players or the reason why you got the tickets and they're not there. So I totally get that. Dream coach Tanisha Wright don't have long in Atlanta. I keep hearing that. She's not going to be there long. Do they stream Athletes Unlimited through the app? I don't know, but I saw them on, what was I watching them on last year? Somebody was posting their games on YouTube. And then I think I did see some of them streamed on IG, I want to say. I know I saw some on YouTube. That's where I was watching some of the games. I didn't watch all of them, but that's why I was catching some of them. Zah said, that's why I say ATL needs 8C more. I like Tanisha. Oh, you're saying that they need it more just because the overall wellness of the team. Defamation. There you go, Political Lil. Appreciate it. I know I'm behind. Jamie says, I'm subscribing to your channel now. Love your content. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to get through these comments, y'all. I'm sorry I kind of went behind because I had to take my dog out. Ghost says, gotta bounce, family time, Boog. Let me know when you're ready to get adopted. You need an older gentleman in your life to pick a better basketball club. Thank you, Ghost. I'm good. It's always go Aces, go Sky, as long as we have the version of the teams that we have. I'm good, but thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ghost. Political says, yeah, I went to the game, had a ball. I'm going this Sunday with my childhood buddy. That's dope. That is so dope. I wish I lived close to Chicago or Vegas where I can just like go to games, but those plane tickets are not cheap. BBG says Chicago Sky game is a vibe. It felt like family reunion. I'm already planning a doubleheader for next season. Chicago is my favorite city. Yeah, I grew up in Michigan, went to Chicago a lot growing up. So I haven't been there in a long time since I just went in July, before going in June. But Chicago's dope. Chicago is where I'm from a small town in Michigan. And so, we didn't have a lot, but we were closer to Chicago than we were Detroit. So we spent a lot of time in Indiana, and in Illinois, in Chicago. So I like the city. It's a fun place to be. And then now I have my two favorite girls there. So I definitely plan on going. I'm going to plan it out better. So if it's like a weekend of games, I can go to several games instead of just going in for one and flying back out. But that one was special because I wanted to see the Aces play. That was my whole point of I wanted to see the Aces play. And then I found out that Angel Camilla were going to be in Chicago. So I just picked that game. It was right before my birthday. I had a blast. I did a live. That's still on my channel if y'all want to see that. Ghost says, I meant the CC fans. They would behead me. Oh, yeah, they would. Luckily, I don't have too many of those. I don't think I have a lot of those in my stream. Ghost, forget you, the president of the Angel Stands Committee. Eagles Brother says Dallas just needs to tank for Paige, but Paige on LA with Brink and Rakia will be a fun team. I thought they said I guess there's no way to really secure number one. You just go into the lottery and figure out which number you're going to get. But Paige in LA with Cam, that could be dope. Paige reunited with Aaliyah Edwards in Washington. That's also can be a thing. Summer says WNBA PA issued a statement about an hour ago. I'm not sure if this was talked about. Yeah, we talked about that first thing. I had the statement up. Political Lil says at 22, I was in the army living that life too. Yeah. Fortunately, I didn't. My mom and my dad were both former military. I didn't do the military thing, but girl, at 22, I was out in the world doing all the right things, all the wrong things. Like I was living, my whole 20s, I was living my best life, not making the best decisions. Definitely you're not making the best decisions, especially financially. I was not making the best financial decision because I'm like, oh, I'll figure that out when I get old. Like, no, girl, that was not the right decision. But I had a good time. I'm still here I'm still here living, and I can tell about it. But these young women like Angel, and you got Cam and Rakia and like Camilla, like Asia, like I'm glad they have in their professional lives, they're good and they're set up, and they have, they're doing good with what they have, and they're managing well. Because it's social media too. Social media wasn't that big of a thing when I was 22. Lord knows, geez, I'm so happy. We're not even gonna get into that. Eagle Brother says the summer. Oh yeah, J Spot talked about that statement earlier in the show. Zah says Angel said crazy CC fans made AI news of her and sent them to her family. Yo, we live in different times. You bet not make your ex mad. Yeah, they're doing AI. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. Crazy part is her agent discovered her on TikTok and saw her potential to be a media personality. That's what Political Lil says. Really? I didn't know that. But that's dope. Like, I think her name is Janine or Jeannie, whatever. What's that meme that Angel does? Like, that's smart. And now she's probably making more money than she ever imagined she would make for taking a chance on Angel, for betting on Angel, knowing that Angel had the potential to be not only a great basketball player, but a great, she's a celebrity. She's a star. So, shout out to her. BBG say, yep, I bought tickets for the Wings versus Sky here in Dallas early May, and Camilla was hurt, so I didn't get to see her then. Political says, I got me a Diamond to Shields bobblehead. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I was like, we didn't get anything. When I went, they gave us, what did I get? A bucket hat and glasses. That's all I got. I didn't get anything like cool, like a bobblehead. All right, let's get back into this. Next up, we got Asia the Wilson, as we were talking about the MVP that some people feel is not the MVP. But right now we're talking about the White T Wilson. These are the numbers she has put up the last 5 games wearing this white tee and jogging pants. And usually if she's going to put on some slides, she's about to burn you. She's about to burn it up. So 821 at Minnesota, she was 24.7 rebounds. 825 versus Chicago, they ain't even had to put that in there, but she was 20 points, 18 rebounds. 827 versus Dallas, 42.6 rebounds. 830 versus Atlanta, 26.16 rebounds. And 9-1 at Phoenix, 41 points and 17 rebounds. And this lady has been balling all season. And again, I say this to you. Asia does not have to play another game the rest of this season, and nobody will have numbers the way she has them. Nobody. You cannot do what she did all season. You cannot duplicate that in the last 5 games of the season. No matter what you do. It's not the math ain't gonna math. It's just not. But during that 5 games, she averaged 30 points, 30.8 points and 12.8 rebounds. All right. White tee Asia and wild ponytail Diggins different. Oh, girl. Zah. Wild ponytail Skylar Diggins. I don't know if I've seen her hair looking like that. She was like, I'm not doing no slick back this time. We about to play some ball. And Skylar's been balling. Like, you right. The wild ponytail Diggins, she's another level. Reese didn't even meet the girl in person until the Final Four at 2003 championships. Oh, wait, what was said? Did I miss something? I don't know if I missed something or not. Let's read. And she still wasn't player of the month. Right. It's, it is what it is. Long as she get that MVP. That's all I care about. So let's get into, I think we're ready for some fits. Yep. Let's get into these fits, right? So we got Brianna Jones in the burgundy dress. I think that's very cute. I don't want to really rush through these, but I'm gonna kind of rush through them because I'm running behind. We don't need a 3-hour show. Then we got Kalani Brown in this pink and white. By the way, I just found out that Kalani Brown and Izzy Harrison have the same stylist. And I was actually talking to her on TikTok, not like a full conversation. I commented, she commented back, I commented back like that. I didn't realize they had the same stylist. So now that I know that, I don't know, I might try to get her on the show. I like to talk about these outfits that they have on, but that's Kalani Brown. Then we have Dewana Bonner, just in a cute little, I think that's kind of like fatigue jacket, just some simple black pants, black top, and some fours. It looks like some black Jordan 4s. Then we have Jack Jack. Jack Jack is in her rock star era. Her stylist is the same as Asia, Jackie, and Sid, and is one other person. All have the same stylist. And I love how she brings out different things in the different players. She actually was on, they did the Aces do these little docu-series videos throughout the year. And this one was about like the fashion in the W. And she was on there talking about how she dresses Asia and Jackie and Sid and stuff like that. But I thought this was a dope outfit, to be honest. Jackie, and it's crazy because it's not a midriff. It's not too many times you don't see Jackie's belly out, but she got her in this like almost like a jersey looking shirt, matching with like these metallic pinkish purple Doc Martens. Like, it's a vibe. I like it. Then you got Nika. Nika said, I'm here to look pretty every single time I come to a game. That's what I'm going to do. And she does with that little leg out. I don't like those shoes, but flats ain't for everybody. I never really liked flats, but hey, that's fashion. Then we got Diamond DeShields. Diamond, do y'all see that shirt that Diamond has on? That's like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen him at the Natural Museum of Human Science, I think is what it's called. I don't know that's what I think it's called in Houston, but I don't know what the rest of them are called. But they did this body exhibit where it's just like bodies like that. So it's skeletons, but they have like the muscle and stuff on them. And it's crazy. But that shirt, it reminds me of that exhibit called Body. Then we have Olivia Nelson-Ododa. That's cute little beige number. We got Sophie from Phoenix. Sophie Cunningham. I mean, I'm a Kobe stan, so her wearing that Kobe, it's like, I've seen a lot of those like blanket material hoodies and sweaters and shirts. That's a hoodie. But I think that's dope. I wish I can get one of those. I need to find out where they get those from. Then we got Kaiser. Now, Kaiser's not part of the rookie of the fit check. Like, she's not going to get the award this week, but she was submitted several times by some of you. So I had to put her in there. Kaiser is a Chicago Sky until she's something else. So she's always here. And Kaiser is from my hometown. So if I'm gonna put somebody on my fit check that's not even in the league anymore, I'm going to give my girl Kaiser a look because we are both from the BH. We both represent the BH. We both grew up in the BH. So I got to give my girl some love. She's living her best life. It's New York Fashion Week right now. I mean, I didn't even know that was her at first. Something looks very different about her. I don't know if it's the black hair. I think that's what it is. That's kind of throwing me off. But I mean, every outfit is just that pink one. That pink one is fire. But then you go to the one where she's in that elevator. Like the middle one is just like a power suit showing a little cleave. But like the two on the ends, come on. Come on. HD says J Boog's still number one, but if J Boog turned me down, I'm going for Izzy and Kalani next. Okay. Political says, J Spot, what do you think about the commissioner's dodge of racism question? I talked about that at length in the beginning of the show. I just pretty much said that if you're going to be a leader of the people, you need to be a leader of the people, not sweep stuff like that affects them under the rug. And it wasn't cool what she said. I felt like it was a cop-out. Political says Kaiser put a hurt on them. She doing her thing. That part. HD says a Dota. Political Lil says the pink one is fire. And HD said, not hating, but Sophie Cunningham just isn't attractive to me no matter what she wears. Now, this is not attractive check. This is fit check. So we're only looking at fits. Now, it just so happens that a lot of these women happen to be attractive women, but I don't have them on there because they're attractive. But shout out to Kaiser. Once again, BHHS, shout out to Kaiser. Then we have, look at that. Look at the Kennedy. Kennedy never poses for the tunnel fits ever. I mean, I think I've seen her like twice. So this was her coming back game. Well, not her comeback game because, no, was this it? Or was this the Dallas game? Might have been the Dallas game, but she just looks so happy. I don't know if y'all have seen that video floating around the social media where she's asking Lindsay Allen to check the basketballs. I don't know. I guess she was saying like one felt better, like it was the best ball to play with. Pause. And she had LA come over and check them out or whatever. And it was just a cute little moment. I thought it was very cute. Dana with this another kind of power suit type moment there. I think, is that a Prada bag? I can't tell. Chanel product, girl, I don't know. Too expensive for me. But I thought this was cute. The grays for both of the Chicago Skies. Dana can dress. I've seen some of her get ready with me's, and I like some of the stuff. She's a Jordan girl, Jordan brand girl, so she wears a lot of Jordan stuff. Then there's my Barbie. So obviously the one on my right, that was before she got injured. That was the LA game. And then obviously you see the little wrap on her wrist. That was at the Dallas game. She's wearing her Reebok collection. Those are the running shoes. She matched it with, that has to be a Chanel purse. So maybe what Dana has is Chanel, because I know Angel wears a lot of Chanel. So Chanel purse, silver purse to match her shoes. And then her sports bra, Reebok sports bra. Very cute. Now, I was looking at those pants because I got online. Actually, I have a piece. I was going to show y'all one of her shirt. I got her shirt. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll show y'all. All right, and I'm back. So I bought a piece from her collection, and I'm going to go back to the site and get the shoes. I just needed to try on the shoes to make sure I got the right size. But so this shirt I thought was a t-shirt. It's a shirt, but it's like a dry fit shirt. It's very stretchy, if y'all can see that. But I got it too big. So if y'all can see that, when they sleep on you, tuck them in. That's the back. I had this folded up. And then the front, right in the middle, it has that same saying there. Sorry. When they sleep on you, tuck them in. So this shirt is way too big for me. I usually wear a medium, like in a cotton shirt, because then if you wash it, it shrinks a little bit. But I guess, this is not really going to shrink like that. So I'm going to get a different shirt. But I might do a giveaway for this. Support the doll. I might do a giveaway and have some kind of contest or something. I'll give this shirt away to whoever wins. I'm thinking about that. But I got to get my shirt first, and then I might give that away. But just to show you, it's really good material. Like I said, it's like a dry fit. So it's like a workout shirt. You could wear it out, but it's really like a workout shirt. But I was looking at those pants, and I'm really short. So I don't think I could wear those pants, because you see Angel's tall. She's 6'3", and those pants come all the way down to her feet. So even if I got a smaller size, I just feel like they're just going to be too long. I usually have to get like petite because I'm short. And then Angel, Prada baby on that side, cute white dress, and then the black boots and black purse. Political says Dana be fly too. Cool. Sorry, I missed the beginning of the show. Just go back when you get done tonight, or if you want to catch it tomorrow. I talked about it like the first 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes into the show. Probably that was the first thing I talked about after I did the review of the teams and stuff like that. I believe. Yeah, I did. HD says Dana, aka Tasha St. Patrick, fine, and my dog Kinfolk. All right, then we have this is my girl here, Dejanay Carrington. Dejanay don't miss, y'all. This biker jacket is very similar. I don't know if it's the same one, but Izzy once wore something similar to this, and I wonder who her stylist is. Is she the same one that styles Izzy? I'm going to find out who her stylist is. But I love this fit. It's a biker, like she's a biker chick. She got the yellow and black biker jacket, this skirt that is barely there, the legs for days, the heels and the purse. Like that's a winner. Then on the other side, looking like an angel, she has the white fit on with these pink boots. Hair is a little bit lighter. I hate how they do the lighting in some of these pictures. It just doesn't give her justice. But another dope picture. I don't think she ever misses, if I'm being honest. I love Dejanay. Man, Nyla, Nalissa better be careful. Dejanay on the top list. HD, you like everybody. you're like RC. Then speaking of Izzy, we got Izzy here. I love what she puts on. Like that is a weird combination. Like the shirt is like a psychedelic, looks like a heat image of a person. And then those pants are like, it looks like a lava lamp. And then she's wearing like zebra heels, platform open toe heels. Like who would put that together? But shout out to her stylist. And then on the other side, here we go. Another biker. I love me a biker moment. I just do. That one, black and white, leather or faux leather. I'm not sure. The shorts, the boots are right. The shorts are right. The jacket is right. The glasses, those shades are right. That purse matches. Like it's a dope combination. I love it. Then we have Ray Burrell. I thought this was a dope outfit. This was a submission. I like the patterns, kind of opposing patterns. The white and the blue versus the blue and the black. I guess that's what it is, or navy and blue or something. I like that. Then you got the number one stunner. You got Rakia Jackson over here looking like a model. Like, what else can you say? Literally, she's only wearing a t-shirt and a skirt and boots, but she's stunting on us every week. Every week she stunts on us. Every single week. So that's Rakia. Then we have Asia. This is the first time Asia has put on real clothes outside of a t-shirt and jogging pants. So I had to show her some love and get her on here. She's wearing an unreleased Player Society Don Staley t-shirt and then a tennis skirt. Tennis skirts seem to be in. There's a lot of them wearing those tennis skirts. And then of course you can see her foot in the boot. I saw that Sunday and I was like, oh no, why is she in the boot? I mean, we know if you saw the game, you know that she one of the players from Connecticut Sun fell on the back of her leg, causing her to twist her ankle, and it was just a weird twist. And Becky was already going to rest her anyway, because she rested Jackie already. She rested KP, and then Asia was next, but Asia doesn't like to get rest. But, you know, that happened, and Becky was like, now you got to. So take a seat and have a good time. So I wanted to add Asia on there. And then you got her teammate, Tip Hayes. Tip, I love her. Like, I love this style. Like, it's dope enough. Like, she can pull it off. Those are like, if you look at the pattern, it's the pattern of the dollars of paper money. If you really look at it, that's who wears a shirt and short set that looks like money, and she stays in some Timbs. Like, I just love that whole in the vest with the tie. Like, only she can pull that off. I think that's dope. Oh, I already revealed it. I didn't know I was at the end, but y'all, I don't know if y'all caught that. I got carried away, but look, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all probably already seen it, but I'm a drum roll anyway. My fits of the week, because I have 2 of them this week. If you can't tell from the description, it's going to be Dejanay Carrington and it's going to be Izzy Harrison, the biker chicks. I love these looks. I just do. And they pull it off. They just pull it off. I think it's dope. So shout out to them. Hand claps, hand claps. All right. Summer says, I love it. Political Liz says, Rakia needs to work with Naomi Campbell. She needs to do something because Rakia is, I saw her in college. Now I'm a sucker for dimples. Like, dimples on kids, dimples on guys, really just, a guy with a dimple, it's a wrap. I'm so sorry. I'm telling my business. Anyway, people with dimples, I just really love. And so when I saw her for the first time playing in college at Tennessee, and I saw those dimples, I was like, oh, okay, Rakia might be one of my favorite people. I don't know. It's just something I was like, I need to watch her more. Of course, she was in the SEC, so I got to see her play against South Carolina and play against LSU. And I mean, I really liked her game. Obviously, I was a LSU South Carolina fan, so I wasn't cheering for Tennessee. I wanted them to lose every time they played against us, especially in the SEC tournament. So Tennessee just wasn't my team, but I still had love for Rakia. So seeing her come into this league, doing what she's doing, and then getting to see her personality, because I didn't know that much about her. I just knew that was the girl with the braces and the did she have braces, or am I thinking about Anissa Morrow? I feel like Rakia had braces too. Braces and dimples. That's what I remembered about her. So seeing her in the league, doing what she's doing, balling out of control. She's doing great. Her team, however, isn't doing the best, obviously, but you know, next year we'll see what happens. But she's getting better and better every game. And then, like I said, to see her personality, to see her doing these tunnel walks with these fits, and just like, Rakia gets the thumbs up for me. HD says Dejanay and Izzy gets busy. Political Ill says good choice, biker chicks. HD says I got a chance. What, you got dimples, HD? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Vinesh, did I say that right? Vinesh? I don't want to mispronounce it. One more. Your face zoom me. What? You want me to? Okay, I'm not really sure what you were saying, but I'm gonna move on. Let's go into the rookie watch, y'all. All right, all right, all right. Speaking of Rakia, let's talk about what Rakia did this past week. And I'm going to pull up, I like to pull up their games real quick. Wait a minute. All right, so Rakia Jackson, week 14. She played in 3 games last week. So, first game, she had 5 points, 2 rebounds. She didn't have any 3-pointers. She was 18.2%. That wasn't her best game. 100% from 3, from the free throw line, and minus 9. Second game, she had 17.6 rebounds. She didn't have any threes. She was 38.5. Field goal percentage, 100%. From the free throw line, was a minus 10 on the plus minus. Her last game, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 33.3 on threes. She was 50% from the field, 66.7 from free throw, and a minus 12. So that equals these averages that you see right here. So she averaged 15 points, 4 rebounds. 3-point percentage wasn't the best at 11.1. Her free throw percentage was 88.9. Field goal percentage was average of 35.6. And her plus minus was a minus 10.3. But those last few games doesn't really indicate what she's been doing for the month so far. She's at 14.5 for the month. That is her third highest because she had a really good August. August was her month. She had a really, really good August. July, she was at 15.4. August, she was at 16.6 points. So she's just a little bit under what she was doing for last month, but they still have a few more games to go. So 14.5 for the month. She's at 91% free throw percentage. Field goal percentage kind of failed. They've only been playing, how many games has she played? 1, 2, 3, only 4 games so far in September. I mean, September is going to be a prorated month. Same thing with August. So, I mean, these are very early numbers, but for the year, 46% field goal percentage. She's 27% from 3. She's averaging 12.8 points, 3.8 rebounds. She's doing well. And speaking of Kia, there's one other thing that I just saw. Did I screenshot that? One of the pages said, let me find it. It says, Rakia Jackson is just 52 points shy of making history as only the second Los Angeles rookie alongside Candace Parker to score 500 points in a single season. To reach this milestone, she'll need to average about 10.4 points over her final 5 games. So right now she's sitting at 448 points. So we were talking about this last week that did we think that she can end up being number 2 in LA Sparks rookie history at 500 points or maybe a little bit more than 500. So we'll see. She's at 448. She still has some games to play. We'll see what happens. So shout out to Rakia. Political says she got held back by her coach in favor of Brinks, which she started from Jump Street. Okay, Vinesh, you gotta chill. You gotta chill a little bit. You gotta chill out. HD says hopefully they get Paige, so her and Cam and Paige can be in playoff contention next year. Yeah, I would like to see that. I would like to see that. I like a lot of these teams that are struggling this year. I would like to see them continue their program, trust the process, get the pieces that they need to get, and see how they improve next year. It may take them a year or 2 to get there, but I like to see the progression of these teams because these teams are rebuilding. Like they lost NECA. Chanae never, I think she wasn't going to come back anyway because of injury. She hasn't officially retired. They lost Jordan Canada. Chicago lost everybody. Washington lost Elena Deladon, and then a bunch of their players got hurt. Dallas, half their players got hurt. So a lot of these teams that probably had a better chance, they're either rebuilding or going through injury. I'll be interested to see what happens for them next season. So that's for Kia. Then we have my girl Angel, my sweet Angel. All right, Angel played 3 games last week. Well, the Sky played 3 games last week. Angel played 2 games last week. It really hurts for me to have out for the season on my little spreadsheet over here. But first game, she had 12 points, 16 rebounds. 2 of those were offensive. She was 33.3 from the field, 57.1 from free throw. That was a minus 16 that game. And then her last game of the season, we didn't know it was going to be, but she had 24 points, 12 rebounds, 5 of those offensive, 60%, 60. Did you hear what I said? 60% from the field. She was 100% from free throw. She was a plus 19. They won that game. That is one of her better weeks or her better games. Trying to see. She had a game where she was 80%. She was 80%. She had 20 points, 10 rebounds, 80%. Where were the people? Where were the people at when this happened? I'm sure I gave her Rookie of the Week that week, but she's had some games where she's been 66.7, 53.3, 53.8, 50%. She's had some big games, but this is probably her best games since her Seattle game, where she scores 27 points, 10 rebounds, 61.5% from the field, 90% from free throw. So this game is just so, I don't know, ironic, poetic, whatever. Like, this was her last game going out the way she did with that dagger 3, going out with 60% in that game, going out with 24 points and 12 rebounds. That was her 5th double-double in a row. That was her 26th double-double of the year. Like, going out on top. Like, 34 amazing games, going out on top. She ends her season with 13.6 points, 13.1 rebounds. That's the highest ever. 13.1 rebounds. 39.4% field goal, 74.1% free throw. And she was a positive on the plus minus. She had 462 points, 446 rebounds, 172 offensive rebounds. Those rebounds, the regular rebounds and the offensive rebounds, again, another record. No one's had those before. She has a single season record for those. She has a single season record for consecutive double doubles. Just consecutive double doubles all around. She had a record for the 320 plus rebound games in a row. Like, I can go on and on, but I'm gonna do a video on Angel. Give her her shine, give her her flowers. But let's get back to this week. So the 2 games that she played, she averaged 18 points, 14 rebounds, 3.5 offensive rebounds. Free throw percentage was 78.6. Field goal percentage was 46.7, and a plus minus of a plus 1.5. Again, one of her better weeks. Not only did she have one of her better games, she had one of her better weeks in her career this past week. Let's see. HD says, my Angel come back better than ever. Skytown Barbie. Political says her surgery was a success. She'll be back in 6 to 8 weeks. Oh, so they did say she's good. It was a success, because I didn't see that yet because I've been on here. So I'm glad to hear everything's good. She said that she'd be in a hard cast for 4 weeks, a soft cast for 2 weeks, and then she starts her physical therapy, and she should be good by end of October, probably more so end of October, beginning of November, and she'll be back to doing what she's doing. So very proud of Angel. Very proud. Very sad to see that she didn't finish her season, but we got her for 34 wonderful games. We're lucky that we got that much. I mean, it could have happened earlier in the season. Unfortunately, Cam didn't get to have the season that she wanted. Camilla didn't get to start the season like she wanted. So, we got her for 34 games, and we'll see her. She's like HC said, she'll be back bigger and better. Then we have Aaliyah Edwards. I put Aaliyah on here because I always just track her. Aaliyah played, I think everybody right now is playing 2 to 3 games because we're nearing the end of the season. We only have 2 more weeks of games, guys. This week and next week. That's it. This week and next week is over. It's over. She played 3 games. She hasn't been really scoring a lot these games, like I said, since she kind of got some of her players back. Brittany Sykes is back. Shakira Austin is not back, but they have more of a cohesive team together with some of their players. Not Shakira Austin. What's the other one? Ariel Powers is out. What's the other? I can't think of the other player's name that's in it. Not Ariel Powers. Can't think of her name, but they have a better cohesive team now. So she's not scoring as much. So the first game of the week, she had 3 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. She was 20% from field goal and 50% from free throw. She's a minus 18. Next game, she was 6.6 rebounds, 1 assist, 42% from field. She didn't go to the free throw line that game. She had a plus 7. And then in her last game, she was 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 50% from the field. She didn't have any free throws, and she was a minus 3. So that equals what you see here. Her average is 4.3 points, 4.7 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 50% free throw, 37.6 field goal, and a minus 4.7. Why do I still have that up? Sorry, I didn't mean to go there yet. I don't know. Do y'all watch her on TikTok? She does this little thing called ATE, ATE. And it's her trying out vegan foods and stuff wherever she's going to play. It's cute. It's very cute, what she does. But I watch her videos. She's a cutie. Then we have Caitlin. Let me see. Political says, funny Camilla missed the first 6 games and Reese missed the last 6 games. Yeah, I tweeted that out yesterday. I was talking to Summer. I was like, do you realize that Angel did not get to play with Camilla the first 6 games of the regular season, and then now Camilla can't play with Angel for the last 6 games of the regular season? Like, that's crazy. Like, they literally only got to play 28 games together in this season. So when people say they still don't have the chemistry, or they're waiting to see what's going to happen with them, understand that Camilla, even when she came back, she was still trying to battle back from being injured. So she really wasn't playing like herself for, I think she said, 3 weeks, up to 3 weeks after she came back. She was still a little leery. She didn't really know how she wanted to use her body, and she was worried about getting injured again. But we can see the turn up that happened after that, and definitely after the break. But I mean, they're going to be together, like I said, for a while, at least 2 more years for sure. So I'm very excited to see what they have in store for us as that front court duo. I've already seen some of the greatness that they will have together, and I can't wait to see what they're going to continue to have. HD says, my adopted daughter, Lily. Now I got to check it out, but she wished Angel a speedy recovery. Who are we talking about? Who are you talking about, HD? Who wished Angel a speedy recovery? I didn't see the conversation that was being had. All right, now we got CC. I know HD. CC, so they played, I believe, also 3 games last week. Let me see. Yep, 3 games last week. She's been scoring. So her first game, 24 points, 10 assists, 40% from 3, 47% from the field goal, 100% from free throw. That was a plus 7. I think that's the game. I want to say that's the game she played against Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? or is it not? I'm not sure. Next game, she played 25. She had 25 points, 8 assists, 50% from three, 38.1% from the field, 100% from free throw, and a -7 on a plus minus. Then her last game, they played 26. She had 26 points, 12 assists. She was 30.8% from 3-point. She was 41.2% from the field. She was 100% on her free throws, and she was a +4. She's also having this September. She's scoring way more than she normally has. So this is her best scoring month so far. Not her best assist month, but it's probably her most balanced month this month right now. And then as far as her week goes, she's had a couple of better weeks, but it's kind of on target for some of her better weeks that she's had. So she averaged last week 25 points, 10 assists, 40% from three, 100% from free throw line, 42.1% from the field goal, and she was a plus 1.3 on a plus minus. Oh, Aaliyah wished her a speedy recovery. Yeah, okay, I saw that. All right. Then we should be Killer Miller next. Yes. Then we got my girl Miller. Killer Miller. All right. Miller played she played the same games as Angel did, but obviously Angel didn't play that last game. So Miller, she had 14 points. That's crazy. 2 rebounds. None of those were defensive. She was 83.3 from the field on 14 points. She was 66.7% on free throw, and she was a -5. They lost that game. The next 2 games they won. Obviously, she was the next game she was 12 points, 9 rebounds, 8 defensive. Then she was 62.5% from the field. She was 100%, and she was a +10 on the plus minus. They did her right this time, because the last time she got a -21, it was not her fault. And I'm mad that she got a -21. But this time they did her right. She was a +10. And then her very last game against Dallas, she was 10 points, 11 rebounds, got herself a double-dub. She was 8 of those were defensive. Her field goal percentage was a 44.4. She was 100% from free throw, and my girl was a +15 this time. +15. That matches one of her better plus-minus games at also a +15. So shout out to Miller. Miller, obviously, September has been the better month for her. Right now, she's averaging 14.5 points, 7.8 rebounds, 5.5 of those are defensive. She's at a 63.5% field goal percentage. Her best month, like I said, so far. That's the highest field goal percentage she's had, and then 91.7 at the free throw line. Again, that's her highest she's had for the months. And she is a plus 3.3. Again, highest numbers she's had for a month. We only have 5 more games to go, but doing very well for this month. Miller has definitely turned her game around. I was going to go in depth on this stuff after the season is over, when I finally go over everybody, the rookies and what their numbers are for a final time. But look at this, just real quick. But I'm going to tell y'all. Before All-Star, or before the Olympic break, she was averaging 8.1 points, 7.8 rebounds. She was 45.3% from the field and 64% from free throw. After All-Star, or after Olympic break, she is averaging 12.5 points. She went from 8 to 12. 8.5 rebounds, 7.8 to 8.5. Her defensive rebounds went up to 6.1. Her field goal percentage went up to 61.9. Her free throws went up to 76.5. Like, she's jamming. She's jamming. I'm so happy for Camilla. So looking at what she did this week, the average She averaged 12 points, 7.3 rebounds, 5.3 defensive rebounds. Free throw percentage was 88.9. Field goal percentage was 63.4. And then she has a plus minus of a positive 6.7. Shout out to my Miller. Let me see. HD says she had a lot of turnovers and no defense, but I won't say anything. I try not to focus on negatives, especially when it comes to her. I just want to talk about it and move on. So I don't really get into all that, but we know what it is. HD says Thriller Miller, Alexa changed the song, ho. No, she said, Alexa, stop these song, ho. Y'all like my impression? Alexa, stop these song, ho. I love her. That's why I suggested Miller needs to come on Angel's podcast. They need to interview her because she doesn't do very many interviews, and just cut up. I think they should just go in there and cut up. I think that'd be so cute. HD says, I love my Miller. Political says, I hear you, but that's a hidden figure. HD said, man, she been balling. Political says, Camilla going to China to get that big Chanel bag. Oh, yeah. Camilla says she got to take care of her family. And she would love to stay in the States, but China is paying her the bag, and that's where she needs to go. I mean, I kind of feel a little bad for her because she's not taking a break. Like, she's been playing since college. They won a natty. They played up until the very last game. She went right into training camp. She got hurt during preseason. She sat out 6 games, so that's a little bit of rest, but not really because you're doing physical therapy and everything like that. And you got to stay in shape so you can be ready to come back and play. She's playing this season. If the dates are correct, she leaves next month to go to China. She doesn't come back until March. And then preseason and training camp starts in April. Training camp starts in April. So she ain't really getting no breaks. And I really want Miller to get to the point where she can just take a breather. I know she's grinding hard for her family and, she has other things in mind. It's more than just basketball with her. Like, it's her establishing generational wealth for her and her family. So I know she's trying to grind. She is 22. I believe she can do it, but I don't want her to overdo it. So hopefully she can get some good breaks in between when she goes to China and come back and play. Jamie says, feed my Miller. That is right. And HD is laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me? What happened? What did I say? All right. Let me see. Let me take this before I reveal who my rookie of the week is. Who y'all think my rookie of the week is? You just went outside. You can wait. Go sit. Who do y'all think my rookie of the week is for week 14? I think I tricked y'all because I was, elaborating on some more than others. But I ain't gonna wait for y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all who my rookie of the week is. Drum roll, please. I'm sorry. For the final time this season, I cannot not give it to the Angel Reese. I had to give it to Angel. I talked about her numbers. This was one of her best weeks she's had in her career. Like I said, the only other week she had was the week where she played Seattle and got the 27 points and scored, and then had another game where she had 80% from the field. I had to give it to her one last time because she deserves it. She went out with a bang. She did so much. And that's my girl. So applause for Angel. All right. Speaking of Angel, real quick, and I'm about to get out of here. I didn't put this in my slides, but if you guys haven't heard, there is a docuseries out called The Money Game. It's on Prime, and it is a docuseries or a documentary that follows the lives of some college players, and I think they're all from LSU, and dealing with the NIL, just NIL situation, just like how are they coping with it. It stars Livy Dunn, Angel Reese, Flajay Johnson, and Jaden Daniels. Now I don't know who Jaden Daniels is, but if y'all know about LSU, the school, y'all may know who that is. But that came out today. It is on Prime. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it was really, really good. And I mean, it'd just be dope just to see. I mean, I would love anything Angel's a part of. I want to check it out. Flajay's on there. I've heard about Livy before. So check that out. It's on Prime. It's called The Money Game. And then I think that's it. Check me out tomorrow. I will be streaming live with Cess Talk Sports. We will be, I'm not sure what game we're going to be kind of covering. Aces play, I think at 6:30 or something. And then right after that, like at 7 or 7:30, the Sky play. So they kind of overlap. So I'm not really sure which games we're going to cover. But the Aces play Indiana and Chicago plays Washington. I'm interested in both those games. Not so much Indiana Aces, because that doesn't really mean anything to me. Whoever wins, I just want my Aces to win because that's my Aces. Chicago, I want them to win that, obviously. But I will be on Sets Talk Sports tomorrow, live streaming during those games. Check me out. Understand that if when I stream on Sess's show, I'm showing it from my channel. I can show it from my channel, but I'm on her show. So all your comments go to her show. So she can see everything. We can see everything, but I can't click on anything. If I see it, I can acknowledge it, but I don't control the comments and what gets picked and all that stuff. So do not think that I'm not seeing you or I'm ignoring you guys. She has her people on her stream. I have my people on my stream, but when we stream together like that, all the comments go to hers. Like, even though you'll be on my page, she's the one, because she's hosting it. She can control the comments. I still want you to come on my channel to watch that so I can get the streams as well. But just understand the comments. I can't control the comments. So don't ever think that I'm ignoring you. Don't ever think I'm not picking on you. It can be 5 people in here and 80 people in Cess's live, but she will get all the comments on her side to where I don't know who's in what room or whatever. But come through, kick it with us. We always have a good time. We're winding this thing down, y'all. We have 2 more weeks before the regular season is over. Then we get into the playoffs, and I might change up the format a little bit for the playoffs. Last season, I was going live after every Aces game. Well, for the finals. I did it for the finals, not for the playoffs. But I might decide to do something like that again. I'm not really sure, but hang with me. I didn't ask anyone to give me any thumbs up today. I forgot to say subscribe. I forgot to say like and all that other stuff. So if you guys are watching this, before we get out of here, give me the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. Keep me active on the algorithm. And I hope to see y'all soon. You can catch me tomorrow. I'll be here, but I'll be on Cess's platform, and then you can catch me next Tuesday. So let me see what the comments said before we get out of here. Political Lil says AR. Then we were talking about Rookie of the Week. HD says AR number 5. Political Lil says she started the doc today. Jaden is the LSU quarterback. Okay, I didn't know that. Jaden won the Heisman Trophy, and now now he starts with the NFL Commanders. I know who he is now. Okay, I know who he is now. I mean, I don't know who he is, but I remember that name because he did win the Heisman. I remember that. HD says, J Boog, we got to collab one day when you're free. Okay, keep in contact. I appreciate you. Love your content and your grind. Thank you so much, HD. Political says, LOL calls out for the WNBA commissioner to be fired. Oh, calls out for her to be fired. Well, I mean, listen, if you're not going to represent the people that you're supposed to be representing, if you're going to sweep that under the rug, if you're going to act like that doesn't matter and try to pivot it to say, oh, it's all about, we're making money, they're getting sponsorships, they're doing things, these women are entertaining. No, these women are getting harassed. And if you can't acknowledge that, then maybe you don't need to be in charge. That's what I have to say about it. SC Bread said, Europe. Good night. Good night, SC Bread. Political says, see you at Auntie's house tomorrow. Yep, I see y'all there. And I think that is it. Is that it? That is it, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank y'all for hanging with me as always. Peace out. Go Aces and go Sky.